My name is Lizzie. Each fortnight I'm bringing along a different origami fold, and that's to encourage some time out for yourself. Do something lovely that will be relaxing and very focused, and I found origami is such a great way of doing that. All you need is a piece of paper and wonderful things will unfold. So for us it's the start of the new year, and thinking about my colleagues in hospitals, and thinking about everybody in healthcare under a lot of pressure, and how when everybody else could take a holiday, it's really, I'm sure, been completely the opposite for them, having to work all through that time. So I just want to do a fold really in thought and care of for all the people who work in hospitals and healthcare, and how much they do, and encouraging that self-care. Whether you can have some time at home and you can do something like this would be really lovely. I do encourage you colleagues to give yourself some time and do something lovely. So this is a little kind of medical hat, which I thought was rather sweet. I actually learnt it from someone who is in Hong Kong very early in the pandemic, and he folded one of these hats and I really loved it. So this has been on my wish list for a long time. So there are many different little hats you can make, but it's rather sweet. This is from an A4 piece of paper. I'm sure letter would work as well. So grab yourself a white piece of paper and we will get folding. So I've got an A4 piece of paper. So A4 piece of paper does produce a little hat of this size. It's quite robust, more as a little decoration really, and a feeling of thank you. So grab your piece of paper. I'm going to grab a board as well, and let's get folding. So I'm going to direct this down, and I want you to take your piece of paper and you're going to just fold in half. We're not using a square today, so if anything that makes things easier, doesn't it? Put a little hat there so you can see what it is we're making. There we go. So folding in half, good strong fold. That's right. And then we're going to fold it in half again. So again, it's going to be like a little card then, isn't it? So again, matching it all up nicely. Take your time. It's all about the relaxation. There we go. Good strong folds, nice and exact. Lovely. Now take your piece of paper and open it up like so. So our next step is to take the corner. You can see it's sort of looking like a card there, open there, and it's hinged there. And we're going to take this corner and we're going to fold it along that vertical line. So we're going to take this and line it up there. So again, take your time. And I guess you get big enough piece of paper, you could wear this. And obviously people don't really wear hats anymore, but it's a nice reference, I think. Again, taking this corner and lining up like so. Okay, and a good squash there. Lovely. So our next step is, I just want you to take the front of this front top layer, and we're going to fold this up to, we're going to fold this up to this line. So we're going to take this bottom edge and bring it up there, and it's just the top layer, like so. So I took that bottom layer and I brought it up, lined it up and squashed it down. Great. So as it is now, I just want you to take this bottom top edge and bring it up, fold it over like so. Nice crinkly noises there. So it was down there and I just lifted it up, squashed it down like so. Great. So hopefully it's looking like this for you. I do hope so. Our next step is to turn it round, and we're going to take the outside and bring it to the middle line, like so. I'm going to take the outside, a few different layers, and bring it nice and carefully up to that middle line. Again, take your time. It's about enjoying this process actually, more than your end product. That's what creativity should all be about. you're creating something new, and just enjoy slowly going through it. Again, the outside to the middle line so they meet. Go. Bit hard to do this one on the air, so there you go. That's what you're aiming for. Great. I'm afraid I don't know the origins of this one, whether it's traditional or not. I am not sure. So I'm going to take this bottom corner and lift it up, and I think actually, like a lot of origami, I've learned from others, and that's where my fondness comes from. And I think it's actually the spirit of origami. People pass it on because of happy memories of somebody. So I have, again, going to do the same on the other side. This corner, lifting it up, matching it there, giving it a squash. There we go. So next, open it out, and I want you to take this edge and bring it up and line it up along there. Let me show you first of all. So it was that bottom edge, and I brought it up to the line that I've made. So I'm going to do the same thing again here. So I'm going to fold this to that line, like so. Again, just take your time and enjoy taking the time. There we go. So I hope it's coming along for you. Lovely. So our next step is to take all of this bottom edge and just lift it up like so and give it a good squash. Looking a bit like an envelope actually now, but there you go. So I've just squashed it there. So it's a good squash there, and then open it up. And our next step now is to take this bottom edge and we're going to lift it to that line, like so. So lining it up there. There we go. And again, a good squash at the bottom there. Again, probably easier on the surface, but I just thought I'd say hello at the same time. Right, you've already got a little fold there, so you can just lift this up. And what I want you to do is to tuck this into there. So this bit will be pushed up. We're lifting this up and tucking that into there. Tricky one to do into a camera, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to look myself. One of these moments you could definitely feel your tongue could come out because it's so tricky. But you're trying to tuck it in. Oh, it's not easy to do. Really isn't easy to do this step, but that's part of making it a nice snug fit. Right, I'm going to have to do it towards this thing. There we go. I'm pushing it in. So I have tucked it in there. It's folded over. There we go. Hope that's worked for you. So it lifted up and it tucked into that little rim there. Just do your best. It's definitely a tricky step. Lovely. So we're not far off. We're not far off at all. So our next step, as it is at the moment, is to just sort of open it up a little bit. Can you see there's a sort of line there? I just want you to do a sort of matching line on the other side. So I'm opening it up and you can see it's almost getting that line already. So it sort of matches there and there. So give yourself a nice little line there. That's it. That's fine. And I'm going to do the same with the other end. So you can see there is a line there, and I need to do one that looks sort of similar. Okay, I'm just playing till I get it. And that's it. So all I've been doing is trying to fashion some kind of a line there. It'll help a bit later on. Right, so if you turn it round to the side, it's got this line there. And we're going to take the top and bring it down to the bottom. So just halving it like so. Here we go. And squashing it down. It's quite thick, I find. But in a way, it's got to be quite practical to be able to be worn. But this is a bit small to wear. But It's a nice decoration. If you did it big enough, you wouldn't be able to wear this. Depends, you'd need a very big piece of paper. So next I'm going to take this tip and I'm going to tuck it into there. Can you see? So I'm going to tuck it in to there. I try to do it to the camera. Not an easy thing to do. There we go. Feed that in there. There we go. So at the moment the hat is beginning to form. We're really going to sort of flatten it at the top. So we're going to take this side in a minute. And I am, let me see, I can't direct the camera down now. So these little areas where we've got the lines, I am sort of pinching so it ends up sticking out like that. I'm afraid all these things are for you almost to discover yourself, and I think that's the beauty of the origami. Even though these are steps from other people, you are having to learn yourself, and that's actually big step, learning something new. Can you see? So I followed that line so it dips down, and once you got it to dip down, you should be able to tuck it in as well. Again, it's not the easiest, but you should be able to sort of curve it around, tuck it in, do your best. Be patient, or else you would potentially tear paper, so it's worth going carefully and slowly. Oh, I'm still trying to hammer this one out myself. It's not easy, but that's part of the joy of it. It's a bit of a challenge. There we go. So I've managed to slide it in there. That's one side of the hat. Trying to get rid of some wrinkles. How well ironed is this? I don't know. But it's getting there. So it's the same thing, that this area you should be able to sort of make into almost a point, and then you can push it down and again push it under that rim. So I have got a nice little point there, and you should be able to curl it round and tuck it under the rim. There we go. And I guess just to say, you know, during this difficult time for everyone working in hospitals, do your very best, whatever we can, to prevent getting unwell. So keeping healthy and wearing masks wherever you can is a really good idea at the moment. Lots of viruses around there, so the more we can protect not only ourselves but it's others really, and obviously trying to avoid doing things where you're at risk. There we go. I mean, of things like accidents. So, you know, obviously, just being a bit careful and just being a bit thoughtful. I think that's always a good thing anyway. Here we go. So you can see the front, the side, and the back, and you could maybe do a Red Cross or an HS or a little heart, whatever you want to do. So this would be your final little touches here. There we go. Yeah, I'm still wearing masks in public places. I know they're not convenient to wear, but we can do them to look after vulnerable people. That's the reason why I keep wearing mine. Looking after loved ones. There we go. And hopefully, I hope it's worked for you. And many thanks to everybody who's been working so hard thinking of you, and I do hope you can take some time out for yourself. It's really important. So look after your resilience, and I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you.